What's up, everyone?
From olives
to the Greek alphabet.
to someone being very hypocritical this episode.
We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your Amazing Race Breakdown. Right before we get started, if you, yes you, I'm looking at you right now, if you are new around here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're here every single week breaking down the Amazing Race, aren't we? And I'm also here breaking down Survivor by myself. You can't quite stomach New Era, can you?
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. We're also going to ask you one more thing.
Hit the like button, y'all.
So well said.
Yes,
and it sounds better in American saying y'all than someone from the northeast of England.
Yeah,
but I like saying it anyway.
It really helps us out.
Hit the like button, y'all.
The YouTube algorithm.
It does. It's true. Yeah. It helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Every like really does go a long way. So if you're thinking, should I drop a like? Just do it. Takes no time and it's free. We'd really appreciate it. So there's two things there, folks. Subscribe, like. Let's get to the breakdown. All right. Come on in, everybody. We hope you're keeping well. We're fast getting towards Thanksgiving, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
It's coming around. My second Thanksgiving, because I did actually have Thanksgiving in America last year, but this will be my second one. I'm very excited. All I remember is good food, and I'm waiting for that food to come back to me. I'm so excited. I hope you all are excited too. I hope you're all keeping well, folks. Another episode of The Amazing Race. Final 6.
Yeah, oh my god, I can't believe it's really narrowing down right now.
It should be the final 5 now, but because of the non-elimination leg last week, we're at 6 still, but I think the chaos caught up this week.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Insane this week.
I feel like this compensated not having an elimination last week.
Yes, definitely.
It was like, okay, we're not going to give you an elimination last week, but hey, let me just raise the stakes. I just keep thinking about the Greek alphabet. That took ages for some people. For some people.
Yeah.
But I think a big talking point of this episode was the live U-turn.
Yes, that was drama.
It was drama. So what I'm going to do, Sam, is I'm going to give you the honours of talking through the leg like we always do, and then we'll break it all down couple by couple.
Yes.
But if you want to give a little oversight onto everything that happened this episode.
Okay, so we start off and we get the first team coming in at 2:07 a.m. Insane start time.
Do you want to say who that team was?
Jazz and Jag, of course.
Yeah.
And then Tucker and Eric leave literally 1 minute after them, 2:08 a.m. And all the teams start fluttering in. Like the last team, Joseph and Adam, are at like 6:50 a.m. So that's like almost 5 hours? Almost 5 hours.
Did it matter?
It didn't matter at all because they all took the same flight and all met up at the airport. I want to know how Jazz and Jag and Tucker and Eric were feeling sitting in the airport for like 5 hours for no reason when they could have had more sleep.
It's like holding a gold medal or a big trophy and just slowly watching it just slip out your grip and you've lost it. What was the point in getting there first on the last leg, you know?
I do understand like how the race works where they have to do it like by whoever got first, second, third. And I know that sometimes they have to do like 12 hours after or something like that, but I feel like this was not necessary.
Well, you can go two ways. It levels the race and it really depends.
Which is great. I love when the race is leveled, but if they had just like left like all the teams had left in an hour space, I think that would have been fine. Like, first team leaves at, like, 5. Second team leaves at 5:10. Like, if it was all spaced within, like, an hour, that would have been totally fine, but...
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that there might be, like, a slight... Just if we're really, really going deep here, there might be a slight psychological advantage of the fact that you don't have to panic about getting to the airport.
Yeah.
Like, the teams at the back are like... whereas, also, like, they're seated. You know what I mean? You can probably take a nap and, all that kind of jazz.
But you might get less sleep.
You might.
Unless you went to sleep later because you were in last. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. If anyone knows how this works on the production side of things, let us know. But I just felt like it was kind of unnecessary.
Well, I mean, it changed the game.
Yes.
If we flash forward to the end of the episode, we all know what happened there. We're not ready to talk about that just yet because I think we will cry. But it changed the game.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It definitely did. No, I really do love when they even the playing field and everybody catches up to one another. That is so fun watching them all interact. And also, you feel like it's not staying stagnant where it's the same teams are in the back the whole time and there's no way for them to catch up. I really do love when they even the playing field. I just felt like them leaving at 2 a.m. when, they were all just going to meet at the same time on the same flight felt a little unnecessary. But I don't know how the whole production and timing
Who knows? Yeah, I'm sure the more seasons of Amazing Race we watch, we're going to get to know that a bit more. But yes, slap bang after the airport, we get a live double U-turn. Sam.
Drama. This was crazy. This is actually a little crazy. There were so many people with different relationships. The lore just goes so deep with all of this that this voting was a little crazy. Mm-hmm. There was a little bit of cowardness from some people.
Hey, I'm sitting back now. I want you to. Sam's reads are always great. There's not many people's reads I trust when it comes to reality TV show because I think no, I'm being serious though. I think in the reality TV space, a lot of people speak from the perspective of their favourites, right? And I don't know. I've always made it an intention when I'm doing these videos too, even if I'm rooting for somebody hard, like Tucker or whatever, I will still criticize the hell out of something he does bad.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't do that, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's important just to not overhype your favourites just because they're your favourites, right? You gotta treat everybody on the same level. Exactly. And I feel like you've got a good read on that. You'll let people know when one of your favourites has upset you, and I think that was the case this episode, wasn't it?
There was some hypocritical stuff going on this episode, and let me tell you, I'm not on Taylor's side with this one. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's just they explained it later on Chat BCC, but it's still.
Did it feel like the PR team doing work afterwards?
Hannah Chada comes in again.
What, Hannah Chada?
Yes, she inserts herself into everything. I'm so sorry, but she inserts herself and she's like, Taylor and Kyland, I'm just wondering where the thought process was then they both explained to themselves, but it didn't really do much, honestly.
I think we should address the elephant in the room, which is what a lot of people have been talking about what happened with Taylor. You want to talk that through? So,
Taylor, the last few episodes, has been feeling like the competitions are not very equitable and they favor more male-dominated teams, which, fair enough, that was a thing on Big Brother, and that's a fair critique, honestly. I don't blame her for feeling a little disheartened by all of this. I do think that her calling out the male teams for buddying up together, I think everybody has their reasons for why they might have U-turned somebody or something. I don't think those reasons were because they were all female teams at all. They weren't thinking of that. And that's fair to point out and be it kind of sucks that it's all women teams. But putting the blame on them and being this is I felt like it was kind of, it felt a little performative. I don't know.
I don't think you're far off the mark there.
Yeah.
And I'm, you all know I was high on Taylor and Big Brother 24. I've been a little bit disappointed by her, if I'm being totally honest, in The Amazing Race. I love her on a personal level, but then sometimes she says things that don't align with something she said before. Or she'll make a massive deal out of something, talking about her values, and then she'll literally go back on it.
Yeah.
Just so... To me, because I think what we're talking about is the fact that she got annoyed at the fact that she said the female team shouldn't be voting other female teams, right? And that was what she said a few weeks ago, right?
Well, she was saying, so basically Jazz and Jag voted for Taylor and Kyland because they overheard Kyland talking about the boys' alliance. And he was just explaining to the camera guy about their thoughts and everything, and Jazz and Jag took that as Taylor and Kyland are going to come after us. Which, like, I can understand when you're in a game like this with high tensions being like, oh, when other team's talking about us, like, yikes, it loses a little bit of trust. But Taylor was like, no, like, we were just expressing, like, the things we were thinking. That didn't mean that we were coming after you in any way, shape, or form. Like, we have been looking after you this whole time. We gave you the express pass, like, everything like that. So she was just getting a bit upset. I think this whole race has been getting to her. So I understand why she was upset. Like, I'm not coming after her for being upset at all.
No, you don't.
No, she's totally valid in feeling that. But I do think if you are going to make a speech or, like, a big, like, claim, you have to back it up for yourself, too.
Yeah, she was caught red-handed this week, you know,
Yeah.
after a few weeks ago giving a speech about how all the women shouldn't be voting each other and supporting each other. And then what did she do this episode?
She voted for Izzy and Paige.
The only other female team left in the
game.
game.
And she explained it that it was a burner vote because she knew none of the other teams were going to vote for Izzy and Paige, so it was a throwaway, so it didn't count. But Paige called it out in a confessional. She was like, that was pretty hypocritical of Taylor after making a whole big fuss in a speech about this to then vote for the only all-female team left.
I was very disappointed in her.
Very. Because if you're going to say something, back it up with your own actions. Don't just say it.
To me, what that screamed was that it screamed performative to me because all I thought to myself is, okay, so it only matters when she's at the other end of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But she's more than willing to put somebody else at the other end of it. Mm-hmm. And that to me, like, kind of made me... It felt gross, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like that.
Like, I understand why she has been upset about the inequitability of the competitions, everything like that. Like, that's understandable. I do think pointing the blame at the other teams for working in alliances with each other that didn't really have to do with gender, I feel like, and then voting for the only all-female team left.
Yeah, and
I don't know how else to explain that. It just feels a little icky.
I think on the social media streets, a lot of people are feeling the same way, kind of disappointed at this person. I think that so many of us have looked up to as well, you know, and I don't know. To me, she's always stood for something bigger than just her big brother win. And I don't know. It was disappointing for me as a fan of Taylor. It was disappointing.
It made me rethink about, like, a lot of things. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed in that, honestly. All right, so moving on from all of that, we'll just break down the structure of the episode. So there was the double U-turn. We'll get back into the results of that in the votes. And then we had the detour, which was music in the air or olives everywhere. So the music in the air, they had these pianos on a stand with a basket. And they had to carry them to this town center and busk. So they had to perform and then get up to 12 euros, I think, around that much.
You know, I think you would have been good at that. Because you're music. You're very music. and I'm not putting an olive in my mouth. So we're doing music in the air.
Yeah.
Listen, I am the least fussiest eater you will ever meet, right? You know,
that's true.
And you can vouch for this. Yes. Even when there's food where I'm like, oh, I don't know about that.
Still eat it.
I'll still give it a go, always, right? Because I can't stand people who are like, I'm not eating that, even though I've never had it before. Get a grip. Try it. Don't knock it until you try it. I've tried olives. I'm good, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
So enough. Music in the air. We'd have a great time because Sam's also very, very musical. I can strum a few chords on the guitar for what it's worth, but Sam, you know, you can play a bit of piano, you can play guitar, you can sing, Sam can dance. Sam's a showman. I'm embarrassing Sam right now, but seriously, Sam is very talented in the musical realm, and you've trained in all that kind of stuff as well. Yeah. So, you know, I think 100% we would go and do music in the air. I'd be bringing the crowd in. Listen, I've got
You're a great hype man.
I'm a bit of a showman, so I can bring people in. But Sam can do the actual talent. That was a little bit of Scott Joplin there. I'll throw it back to the old ragtime. I like
that. We could easily get 12 euros.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say we could get 14 at a push.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
So then they had another detour, which was olives everywhere. They had like 12 olives or something like that. 12 different kinds of olives, and they had to taste them and then put a label to them on which ones they were. Teams had...
Side note, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I like olive oil. Olive oil's nice.
Okay. That's good for you. So a lot of the teams seem to struggle with the olives one, because I think it, like, some of them looked like exactly identical.
It was all about the taste.
It was all about the taste, which I think some of them didn't use their taste buds enough for this. They just looked at, like,
it was
the look.
Some of them looked plump and juicy. Some of them were saggy and wrinkled.
Yeah.
But such is life, you know. That's
life. Yep. Okay, so moving on.
Trying to move on the boulder now.
Yeah. So moving on, then they finished off with their roadblock, and all the teams, they had to roll this big boulder on a path up a hill.
Yeah.
And then once they got there, they had to choose one of their team members to be the alpha.
Who's the alpha?
In terms of this particular one, I think I might do better.
I think you're the alpha. Yeah, it was so funny. Izzy made a comment. She was like, "She's my alpha, and I'm just like a princess or something."
And I'm
like
the
that.
beta.
Yeah, I don't even know
I'm
what
the
it was.
princess. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, are we interrupting something?
Yeah, because I can't. Wait, did they have to choose the alpha for the boulder as well? Who was
they both pushed the boulder up. They got the clue.
I couldn't remember because I feel like I only remember one of them pushing it up. I feel like it was only.
No, it was both of them, and then they gave them like the.
Gotcha.
The roadblock.
Well, you can be alpha today, Sam.
I'll be alpha today.
Yeah.
I think, I don't mean to be cocky, but I do think I would do well at this one because
I'm gonna flex for you right now. Right? I'm gonna listen.
Okay.
Sam learned the Korean alphabet like that, right? Tell him how fast it took you to learn the Korean alphabet.
I think like under an hour. Yeah.
And you still know it now.
I still know it now. I can read it, but that's because like I see it pretty often, so it hasn't lost.
Yeah.
Hasn't been lost on me.
This is an incredible human who learned a foreign alphabet in under an hour. I would 100% put Sam in the position to do this one. I think you would crush the competition.
Thank you, honey.
I think you know you would as well.
I think so.
Have the confidence. Go on, feel the confidence, Sam.
I don't like to boast too much, but I do think I think I have the skill
smart.
set
You're a
for
smart
it.
cookie, Sam.
And I'm a very visual person, and I think I am pretty good at picking up on like alphabets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think I could do pretty
I
well.
thought you said alphabet there. I've still got Wicked on my mind because we
saw Wicked last night.
We went to watch Wicked last night. That was
whoa.
the entire time in the car.
All right, and then they ended at their pit stop at Kotsia Square.
Yeah.
So that was the leg.
That was the leg, and what a leg it was. I think it's time we talked about the results.
What a leg.
And what a leg. Sam's trying to pick my leg up right now. I don't think you're going to get it that high up. I'm not a gymnast. Now in first place this race, not a shocker at all, Jag and Jazz.
Wow.
They crushed it again.
What a shocker.
What a shocker. There was one thing they said where I cringed a little bit. You know what I'm going to say, right? Like, do you know...
Athena, let's go!
That. And if you're missing the context, I'll remind everybody, when they got to the mat, you know, Phil's always stood there with somebody of cultural or historical significance dressed up as that person in the area that they are going to finish the leg. And we, of course, know Athena as a Greek goddess. Yes. You know, the mythical Athena. And who knew all those years ago when all the tales of Athena began that one day in the year 2025, two guys would get to the mat at the end of a reality show and say... Athena, let's go! Let's go! I cringed so hard at that. I couldn't even believe it.
We burst out laughing.
We were like, what? Like...
Oh, that was hilarious.
Insane.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, well done to Jazz and Jag. Do you think they navigated this episode well?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Because, let's not forget, they were double U-turned.
Oh, yes.
They had to do both of the detours.
Oh, yes.
They had to do the music one, and they had to do the olives.
Oh, yes.
And they were still first place over people who didn't get double U-turned.
And I can't remember if it was Jazz or Jag, but one of the two didn't even like olives, just like me, and they still managed to get through that.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Very impressive.
That's impressive, because I'd be going the whole time, you know?
Yeah, that's actually insane. I don't even know how they did that. Like... I think they have superpowers at this point. Like,
Well,
there's no other explaining.
They've got the powers of Athena.
Yes.
Let's go! Sam, I want to hear your thoughts on Jag and Jazz in the live U-turn. How do you think, just the politics around the vote and everything?
Yeah.
How do you think that all went down?
I think...
And why they ended up being voted?
Yeah, well...
It's pretty obvious,
It's
I
pretty
think.
obvious. People wanted to slow them down.
Right.
So that they had a chance to either move forward or possibly eliminate them.
Yep.
So that was smart to vote for Jazz and Jag and for Tucker and Eric. So.
I will say, though, to me it feels like Tucker and Eric were more of the general consensus of who everybody wanted out.
Because...
It feels like there's a call without them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and because I feel like recently they had like 4 first places in a row.
Yeah.
So I feel like in terms of statistics, that is a more threatening team.
Jag and Jazz are the silent killers. They have also had 4 first places, but nobody's talking about that.
Yeah, but I think what Jazz and Jag have done pretty well is like form alliances, friendships, connections with other people a little more than Tucker and Eric have.
Yep.
Tucker and Eric, they kind of had a bit of tunnel vision where they were like, I'm just going to get my thing done. I'm just going to go.
Yep.
Which, that can be really good for you, but also it can hinder you in a vote like this where you don't form as many connections. There's going to be more people voting for you.
Yeah.
And I think Jazz and Jag's alliance with Joseph and Adam helped them a bit in this situation. It didn't end up being super helpful in the end after the revote.
Well, do you want to hear my take on this?
Yeah.
I think Jazz and Jag, if it's a different game to Big Brother, right? I think if this was a jury vote, I don't know if Jazz and Jag would win because I feel like they have made so many alliances and then they rush off and go and grab first place while they get stuck behind.
Yes.
That could piss people off. But this isn't a jury vote, right?
Yeah.
And the only reason Jag beat the jury vote in 25 was because Matt
had an awful speech.
Completely fumbled the ball and gave the worst final 2 speech in Big Brother history, And it was just, I thought Matt was going to win going into the evening.
Me too.
But then it was atrocious.
Yeah,
I felt like
that was the worst
like it was
final 2.
and that's how Jag got it because Jag didn't have the respect of the jury really.
But I also feel like Jazz and Jag, people still like them.
Yep.
And they don't feel like betrayed by them, even if Jazz and Jag just go on ahead.
They've aligned themselves with the right people because Joseph and Adam, as much as I love them, they'll never grow a backbone to play for themselves.
They're too nice, yes.
They will always...
Although Adam, I think Adam has a little bit more than Joseph.
I agree.
Because he reminded Joseph, they're in a game for $1 million. They can't mess around. They can't think too much about their friendships or anything like that. They just need to do what they need to do to win the game.
Yeah.
So I think Adam being part of the duo has helped them for sure.
I think so too. He's got, I think, more drive than Joseph, and the thing, Joseph's driven, but like to me, and I never thought I'd say this. He's a hot take coming through right now. Let's wrap it back to Big Brother. When people go, Tom, if they do another All-Star season, who do you think deserves a spot? And I probably from 24 would have said Joseph, but after seeing him on the race, I'm seeing now that a leopard doesn't change its spot, and I think it would be a wasted spot. I think because let's be real, Taylor's probably going to be on All-Stars 3. And I genuinely feel like Joseph would lay down his life in the game for Taylor to win again. And that to me is like, okay, it's sweet, but it's also like, I always complain about the people who don't play to win, right? And I feel like I'm starting to see that now from Joseph.
His big heart gets in the way of that.
Very sweet guy. I'm never faulting him on a personal level.
But that gets in the way of him playing these reality competitions.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's move on into second place now, the biggest shocker of the episode. Jack and Chelsea. They crushed it.
This was their highest placement by far.
Yeah.
Their highest before was 5th place.
Yeah.
They jumped. They jumped. That was super impressive. Chelsea crushed the alphabeet. Crushed it.
She's smart.
She got it in just like a couple attempts, I think.
She's smart. You'll never catch me dogging on Chelsea's game. Ever.
No.
I remember in 26, I was just so impressed with, and I talk about this anecdote all the time, and I will. You'll catch me talking about it in 28 as well. is Chelsea is the definition of a player where they get knocked down to the bottom. That's happened to her in the Big Brother house and in the Amazing Race.
Yeah.
But you know what she does? She doesn't whine about it. She doesn't. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
maybe she'll throw a few insults towards her dad, but that's about it. But she doesn't sit there and go, "Oh, it's all over. This is the worst thing in the world." No, she picks herself up and makes she turns lemons
resilient.
into lemonade, and that is incredible. That is something so many people can't do in these games. They get knocked down and stay down.
Absolutely, I really do respect her for
Chelsea's
that.
like. She's on it like a car bonnet. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, she I think she plays at her best when she's got a fire lit under her.
Yeah.
I think she really gets her head in the game and goes even harder than she would have if she was in a more comfortable spot.
Yeah.
So.
I want to bring something up. Not a single winner has been eliminated yet. And we're in the final.
Oh my god, you're right.
And we're in the final 5.
I didn't even think of that.
Taylor's still there, Jag's still there, and Chelsea's still.
Pretty incredible.
Very incredible. And shame on these fools for aligning themselves with winners, and shame on them for letting all the winners get to the end. It's crazy. But yeah, well done to Jack and Chelsea for second place there.
Yep.
Their highest placement in the race so far. They hadn't gone above 5th. So second place is really, really good.
Right.
Now we briefly talked about them, but Joseph and Adam in third place. Joseph struggled a little bit with the vote, didn't he? You want to talk about that,
So
Sam?
during the live double U-turn, Joseph had a predicament. They knew they were going to vote Tucker and Eric. That was an easy first vote. And then their second one, they weren't so sure about. Joseph did not want to vote for Jag and Jess because they've been aligning themselves with them, and a vote against them kind of would have ruined a bit of their trust that they've been building.
Mm-hmm.
They also didn't want to vote. Joseph also didn't want to vote for Taylor and Kyland because she's so close with both of. He's so close with both of them.
Yeah.
But Adam was like, "Get your head in the game. This is $1 million. Come on."
Yeah.
But for their first vote, they did a burner vote on Jack and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Little bit of a cowardly move, not gonna lie. But
Very.
during the revote, they actually
why would you put the worst, like the people who've been performing the worst at the back? This is foolishness.
Yeah.
Foolishness.
It was so that they wouldn't get any heat, but then they actually had to choose between Jack and Joss and Taylor and Kyland in the revote. They had to choose one of those two, and they ended up voting for Taylor and Kyland, which Taylor was pretty upset about.
Adam was the one who had to pull the trigger.
Yep. Joseph was like, "You're gonna have to choose. I can't do this. Like, I'm putting all of this on you."
Sigh. I think we should move on to 4th place.
Yep.
Izzy and Paige are still hanging in there.
Oh my god, yeah. They're crushing it. Every time you think they're gonna be eliminated, they just crawl right back up. And I love it.
It's impressive.
I love it.
Because I really don't feel like they have true allegiance with anyone there.
No.
And, you know...
except with each other.
It's very impressive that they're still hanging on in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see how that one turns out. I don't see them winning, if I'm being totally honest. But I could see maybe a couple more weeks in the race.
Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Maybe.
5th place. Kyland and Taylor.
Yeah.
That was close there. It was going to be between them and Tucker and Eric at the end.
They had a rough episode.
They did have a rough episode.
They started off the episode,
right.
Taylor in tears, like, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough. And the fact that they got double U-turned, that set them back, like, tremendously.
Yeah.
They had a really hard time with the olives.
Yeah.
They were fine during the music part, although they did forget their stand.
Yeah.
And Joseph and Adam forgot their stand as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when they realized that, Joseph tried to yell out to Taylor, like, Taylor, you forgot your stand, Taylor. But I'm
starting to just think that he's been put in the race to help Taylor win.
Yes. But then Adam was like, Joseph, we don't have time. Let's go.
It's crazy. I'd be so annoyed if my brother was doing that.
I know.
But he wouldn't. I know he wouldn't. He'd be locked in, like, to try to win. Yeah. It's wild.
Adam seemed to be losing a little bit of patience for Joseph's, like, loyalty towards Taylor. But eventually they figured it out. They were fine during the musical part, and the olives set them back.
They were
kept getting
by the olives,
the same two wrong. Mm-hmm. The same two ones over and over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was rough. But luckily, Taylor, being in a sorority, she was able to get the Greek alphabet down fast.
Yes. She did it really well.
did it
I was
very
impressed
well.
by that. But do you know who didn't do it very well? I hate to say it. Tucker really fumbled the ball there.
Fumbled so hard. He was one of the first. I think maybe they were like maybe the third team to get there. Like Tucker was there for a long time, and he kept getting it wrong and wrong and wrong.
I felt like we were watching a car crash in slow motion.
I know, that was rough to watch.
And I did have a little hope, because I'll be real right now, because like I said, I'm out here criticising Taylor, and I'm also out here criticising Tucker, but I did want Tucker and Eric to make it through.
Yeah.
I find them to be more enjoyable than Taylor and Kylan, but
they never got below fourth place, Tucker and Eric. They were consistently so good, and the fact that they got eliminated just like that.
Brutal.
They were doing so well. Oh.
Brutal. Drop your T's, folks. Yeah. Brutal. That was
tough.
I want to announce something. Mm-hmm. I am in a state of mourning.
Yeah.
And I believe that we should issue a bank holiday to the rest of the country. Y'all don't say bank holiday over here, but we're doing this the UK way. There will be a bank holiday. It will be a Monday, and it will be known. Actually, it'll be a Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Right, that never happens, and it'll be known as Tucker Tuesday.
Tucker Tuesday.
Every Tuesday of the year, we all get a day off work. Mm-hmm. Every Tuesday.
Yep, every Tuesday.
The world stops.
Every single Tuesday.
Every single Tuesday.
Okay.
To mourn Tucker losing the amazing race. Mm-hmm. 38. Mm-hmm. European adventure. In Greece, because of the Greek alphabet. That is all of your amazing race breakdown for today, folks. We thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We appreciate every single last one of you who come by every single week. The latest male video is up, episode 2. Go check it out, folks. Episode 3 coming very, very soon, so keep an eye out for that. We hope that you're all staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next amazing race breakdown, I've been your host, Tom VASEY.
Sam VASEY.
Good night.